Well, a very good evening to you and a warm welcome to Scott Sport European Special. Between now and midnight, we'll be bringing you action from 4 different European matches. Dundee United against Roma and Liverpool versus Dinamo Bucharest in the European Cup. And in the Cup Winners' Cup, the semi-final ties between Manchester United and Juventus and Porto against Aberdeen. Indeed, the match in Portugal is still going on, and we are going over live in just a moment to join our commentator Jock Brown for the latest score and action from the last half hour of the game. But there has been a goal. It was scored fairly early on in the match, and here's Jock Brown describing it now.
All the big men coming up. Lima Pereira's in the box. Eduardo Luis has stayed back. Flicked on, there's a header, and Gomez gives Porto the lead.
So half-time 1-0 for Porto. Let's go across now to join commentator Jock Brown for an update early in the second half.
So good evening and welcome to the Santos Stadium in Porto, where Aberdeen are going through a very torrid time indeed. Here's John Hewitt, who's come on as a second half substitute, and the header from Eric Black wasn't far away, but that's one of Aberdeen's rare attacks in this match so far. The Porto side has been very impressive indeed, and certainly much better than I think a lot of people back home imagined they would be. Aberdeen had a very tough first half. They coped very well defensively and only went behind to that solitary goal from Gomez, which came in the 16th minute. So the scoreline caption, FC Porto 1, Aberdeen 0. That goal coming in the 16th minute. And after that, Jim Leighton brought off one magnificent save from a Gomez header, and Gomez missed one other very good opportunity. Apart from that, the Aberdeen defence has coped very well indeed. Willie Miller, of course, has been a key man. Alec McLeish beside him has been very solid indeed. But the creative play from Porto in midfield has been of the highest quality. Frasco, Pacheco and Sosa are names which I'm sure we'll have the opportunity to discuss many times before the match is over. The second half has not gone very long now, about 6 minutes. So there's lots for the second half still to go, and Porto have opened the second half very quickly indeed, as they did in the first half. Magalhaes on the right, tackled by Rugby. Magalhaes, wearing number 6, has been playing wide on the right for Porto and has been giving Rugby a pretty tough time. So the throw towards Magalhaes, Rugby winning that one. But in midfield, there's Pacheco trying a long-range effort, and Leighton happy to see that one go wide. Jim Leighton bringing off yet another marvellous save just before you joined us from Fernando Gomez. So he certainly has shown true international class tonight. There is Pacheco. He's been a key man tonight. All the play has gone through him in midfield, and it took Neil Cooper about 20 minutes to get the grip with him in that midfield area. Cooper did manage to get in a couple of very hefty tackles, which took a bit of sting out of the Portuguese midfield playmaker, but he's very dangerous indeed. Here's Gomez. Back it goes to Pacheco. Frasco. Pacheco has gone forward. On the near side is Pinto, the fullback. And the tackle from Rugby, a clumsy one, bringing a free kick to FC Porto. The match has really been played in excellent spirit so far, although Aberdeen did survive one very hot claim for a penalty kick. I've seen penalties given for much less. A tackle on Sosa by Neil Simpson, but the referee on the spot, the Italian referee, waved play on. That was at the start of the second half. Free kick played across by Pacheco. And the shot going behind for the goal kick to Aberdeen. So Lima Pereira, the big central defender, has been up to join the attack. Eduardo Luis is his central defensive partnership. The entire back four of Porto internationalists. Aberdeen have lost Dougie Bell at half-time. He played throughout the first half in a 4-man midfield comprising Track and Cooper and Simpson along with Dougie Bell. But Bell's fitness situation proved to be a little bit delicate, and he has not reappeared after the interval. John Hewitt has taken his place wide on the left. So McGee and Black are the front men for Aberdeen. They've been working on scraps for most of the match so far. The back four, as expected, McKimmie, McLeish, Miller and Rugby. Was swept away by Luis Pereira. Lewis Lima Pereira rather, and the header out giving the throw to Porto. Another very important player for Porto, the fullback, Pinto. Portuguese have lots of pace on the right with Pinto, Frasco wearing number 7, Magalhães wearing number 6. And they certainly have posed problems for Aberdeen in that area. Rugby is penalised. Magalhães, number 6, was the man fouled, and the referee from Italy, Mr. Jan Igna from Rome, professor of chemistry, 44 years old, 5 years on the FIFA list, so a very experienced official. Here's John Hewitt for Aberdeen. Neil Cooper in midfield. McKimmy's been breaking well, but this is Frasco getting back to his feet after that tackle. Was adjudged fair by the referee. Willie Miller sweeping it towards Simpson on the left. Here's Magalhães. Pacheco has got space again in midfield. Now Sosa. Frasco is number 7. Very quick indeed coming forward from midfield. Playing the 1-2 is Magalhães. The referee allows play to go on, and Strachan brings it free. And you can hear what the Portuguese supporters thought of that. Incredible atmosphere inside the stadium tonight. 70,000 people here. The noise has been deafening throughout much of the first half, ever since that Gomez goal in the 16th minute. So a very solid time indeed for Aberdeen. This young side growing up once again in Europe. Average age of the Aberdeen side just 23. Portuguese much more experienced. It's Alex McLeish. Now Willie Miller. Rugby. An offside flag was up on the far side. The referee allows play to flow. There's Gomez. Back it goes to Pacheco. Costa on the far side. Sosa on the far side, Inacio. Rugby thumps it away. Eric Black trying to find McGee with a header. But it's been very difficult indeed for the Aberdeen front men, McGee and Black. They've had very poor service with one good header in the first half from Mark McGee, which almost got an equaliser. And then Willie Miller again with a fine tackle from the edge of the box. The pressure remains on Aberdeen. Here's Magalhães. Rugby swooping with a tackle. Eric Black surviving an appeal for handball. Taking on Pinto, doing well, the youngster. Getting help from Rugby at the back. 1-0 to Porto. And I must confess that if the scoreline stayed the same, I would consider Aberdeen's chances to be very reasonable indeed. McKimmy's penalised for the challenge of Costa in the air. But the quality of this Porto side is such that a 1-0 defeat for Aberdeen would have to be considered an excellent result. Magalhães, number 6. Now Pinto. Magalhães going inside. Strachan has lost his man. And that fine effort from Sosa goes wide. Well, there has been an occasional incident whereby the Aberdeen players have lost their men in midfield or at the back. That was why they were punished for the opening goal. There you see Sosa getting away from Strachan, lining up the shot. Leighton had it covered, I think, and it goes high and wide. But Fernando Gomez has been given 3 looks at goal in the match. He scored from the first, scored a great save from Leighton for the second, and missed kick from the third. The striker who won the European Golden Boot last season with 36 goals in the Portuguese football. Frasco going forward. Chance again for Porto, and the tackle from Alex McLeish saved the day. What a great tackle that was for McLeish. Gomez going in and goal, the Porto captain. And a Portuguese player on the ground. Now you'll see the quality of the tackle. You see Gomez coming inside, McLeish with a turn very quickly indeed. Gomez waiting for the ball to break kindly, and McLeish blocked it. Sosa is the player injured for Porto. There will be a hold-up now. A beautiful, balmy evening here in Porto. Shut-sleeve crowd. So Sosa gets treatment, and Fernando Gomez having a word with the referee. But Aberdeen finding out the truth of the remarks made by Alex Ferguson before the game, to the effect that this Porto side was as good as anything they'd met in Europe for some time. And I must confess that if Aberdeen can clear this hurdle, they will certainly have merited a place in the final for the second year in a row. No question in my mind that Porto are much tougher semi-final opponents than Waterski were a year ago. Played forward by Simpson into space. A long chase for Eric Black. So the clock is up to show 15 minutes of the second half gone, and the score remains FC Porto 1, Aberdeen 0. The goal scorer Fernando Gomez in the 16th minute. Pacheco, the key man in midfield for Porto. 25 years old. The header from McLeish. Now Gordon Strachan. Been very subdued in the match so far. Been confined to a defensive role for most of the time. The referee allowing the advantage as Gomez picked it up for Porto. Pacheco now using Magalhaes. Well, that's great play from Hewitt. A lot of space to move in now. He can go forward towards the red ball line. Pinto trying to get back on terms. Well, that made a good cross from John Hewitt. He didn't provide it. That's well won by Rugby. Well, he was hoping to have the throw, but the linesman referee concur in indicating a Porto throw. Yao Pinto is the Porto right back, 23 years old, very quick indeed. Winner of 2 caps for Portugal so far. And now with Neil Cooper. Eric Black has come off his marker well. Trying to flick one, and a fine save from Zebeto. Good play from Eric Black. Well, that's what a good save from the young keeper. That will certainly encourage Aberdeen. Eric Black finding space off the central defence to set up that curling shot. Now, what can Aberdeen offer from the corner kick? To push Rugby forward. McLeish is hanging outside the box. Going to make a late run, I think. McLeish arriving very late indeed. There he is. He made a 20-yard run, Alec McLeish, to get in the end of that corner kick, but the header going well wide of goal. There's a shot from Eric Black, forcing Zebeto into a fine save. Zebeto's second good save of the match. He had one in the first half, one blistering shot from the edge of the box from Mark McGee. Aberdeen now coping well after the opening burst in the second half, but Magalhaes now posing problems going forward. The referee waving play on as Magalhaes makes the dive. He lost possession all right after going away from Rugby. Simpson appeared to be fouled. The referee agrees, and that's a free kick to Aberdeen. And just listen to what the Portuguese supporters think about that. One of the most partisan crowds I've ever heard around me. And perhaps no more than 200 Aberdeen supporters among the 70,000 fans inside the stadium. And this is a ground which has already been closed a couple of times in the past for trouble among the supporters. Here's Mark McGee. Playing into the box, here's McKimmie. Little flick inside from Strachan towards Black, and Strachan with a shot over the top. The flag was up in any event on the far side. I think it was John Hewitt who had gone offside. So referee Jan Igna gives the free kick to Porto. Well, you can hear every decision greeted with howls and whistles among the Portuguese supporters. Near the horns also around the stadium. Any good move from Porto brings a sea of blue and white flags out around the ground. Here's Pacheco, now Magalhaes. Good tackling from Rugby. So despite all the pressure from Porto, Aberdeen still coping well. Magalhaes holding off Rugby, trying to make room for a shot. Miller denying him that space. Good tackle from Miller again. And Cooper comes clear. Now John Hewitt. Showing good close control, but running into trouble. Played in by Frasco. Or Pinto rather. Collected by Hewitt. And here's Neil Simpson. Now Gordon Strachan has some room to develop something for Aberdeen. Out on the far side, Eric Black. McKimmie up in support. Still good play from the youngster. He's really played very well up front for Aberdeen without having very much service. Ignacio forcing it out. There's Pacheco. Good control from Stuart McKimmie. Fine piece of play from the young fullback. Now Strachan. Rugby. Porto's turn to funnel back in defence. There's Hewitt. Progress stopped by Magalhaes, and it's a Porto throw-in. So for all that Porto pressure, we've had one goal and two international class saves from Jim Leighton. That apart, the Aberdeen defence has coped superbly with everything which Porto could throw at them. Aberdeen get the throw this time. Stuart McKimmie doing well. McKimmie's done particularly well for Aberdeen because in the opening 15 minutes he gets something of a chasing from Costa, the number 11. He stuck to the task, and now the Portuguese winger is much more subdued. Hewitt appeared to be impeded, but the referee gives the benefit of the doubt to Porto. Now Rugby. The ball bubbling away from Hewitt. It's an excellent playing surface out there. I walked on it before the start of the match, and the playing surface really is excellent. No excuses whatsoever in that respect for either side. Strachan wriggling out of trouble using Neil Cooper. Here's Rugby. Eric Black moving around well up front. Black is still available for Simpson's pass, and the flag goes up very belatedly out on the far side. Well, the Italian linesman took a long time to make up his mind about Eric Black's positioning. So some of the Aberdeen players are a bit unhappy about the delay more than the decision, I think. So the minutes ticking away for Aberdeen. Roy Gardner out of the dugout with a point to make to the Aberdeen players. And Aberdeen appear now to be settling very well indeed in the second half. Their strength and stamina now showing up very well against Porto, who do appear to have dropped the gear. At their best in the first half, they were a very exciting, imaginative side, full of inventive play and full of pace and creative talent in midfield. There's Ian Angus warming up for Aberdeen. So that means that perhaps Aberdeen are going to dig in a bit more in midfield. The defensive qualities of Angus in that area of the field may well be welcome. McKimmie in very swiftly indeed on Costa. Just what I was saying, how much he'd improved as the game has gone on. Stuart McKimmie. Strachan wins it back for Aberdeen. Back it comes now to Cooper and Simpson. Hughes on the left. This is a good spell for Aberdeen in the match. Costa very lucky to get away with that loose clearance. Jaime Pacheco in midfield. Frasco takes over. Just listen to the support for the Portuguese players. Porto second in the Portuguese league behind only Benfica. So of course winner of the European Cup to Liverpool. Let's see if Aberdeen can make it a British double against the Portuguese top teams. They're certainly going the right way about it now, because if Aberdeen can hold this to 1-0 or perhaps snatch an away goal, the prospects of another European final must look very rosy indeed. But here comes Porto again. Magalhaes. Rugby wins it. Hewitt did a fine job initially for Aberdeen. He's not often called upon to show his defensive qualities, John Hewitt, but he's done very well indeed back-tracking and marking. And there's Neil Simpson. Hewitt knocking back the straightforward ball to Rugby. Miller claims it inside. Strachan back towards McLeish. Quite content to use Jim Leighton and bring the whistles from the Portuguese crowd. So a long ball through the middle from Leighton, looking for Mark McGee, but played up well by Lima Pereira. There's Pacheco. Cooper hasn't been able to get close enough to him often enough for Aberdeen's sake. And Archie playing it forward. Here's Costa. McLeish has gone across. Look at the face of Costa. And it's done behind by McKimmie. But that electrifying face in the part of Jose Antonio Costa on the left flank for Porto has caused a lot of problems for Aberdeen. Now the corner kick. The end swinger, Leighton coming for it. Punching it away well. Well, that miscue in the far side from Eric Black, giving Porto another corner kick. So back goalmouth once again. The looping ball, which is won by Cooper this time. So the Aberdeen defence gets a chance to push forward. Good play from Costa. Fine tackle again from McKimmie, and a lot of room here for Porto coming forward. Centres pass, Magalia, Neil Cooper is there, and once again, superb goalkeeping from Jim Leighton. Stretching out that right arm to take the ball after some fine inventive play from Porto. They really are a good side, make no mistake about that. It was Magalias with Neil Cooper. I thought Cooper had won it all right, but Magalias got it across and Leighton saved brilliantly. So let's not underestimate the Portuguese side. They really are very impressive indeed. There's Gomez. Good supporting play from Frasco, and Magalias on the right. Played back towards Frasco. That's for Gomez. Oh, what a let-off for Aberdeen. Well, that was creative play of the highest quality from Porto. Gomez looks to the heavens. Frasco set it up for Magalias on the right. The cut back, helping on again by Frasco. His awareness of the positioning of Gomez quite remarkable. He didn't catch the shot quite right and it missed the post by about a foot. So listen to the applause for Porto. Fernando Gomez seems to come to life only inside the opposition penalty box. The mark of the top class striker. So the ball was out, and the referee has given a free kick in any event to Porto for a boot raised a bit too high, I think, by Mark McGee. Well, rather than criticise this Aberdeen performance, I would suggest that they have done very well indeed to keep the scoreline down to 1 at the moment. Willie Miller has been penalised though for that tackle from the back on Frasco. So Jaime Pacheco will take the kick. There's Costa. McKimmie closes him down. Back now with Sosa. Rugby's control wasn't good enough. He had to go into that desperate tackle to recover. Mind you, he did that with a great deal of determination. Here's Gordon Strachan. On the far side, Eric Black. Can Aberdeen conjure up an equalising goal? McKimmie going into the tackle to win the ball for Cooper. Strachan stealing off to the right. Our Aberdeen will welcome a piece of magic, the little man at this stage in the game. He's been so well policed whenever Aberdeen have had possession. That's a typical example, and Porto on the break once again. It's Costa on the left. Gomez going through the middle. And good play once again from young John Hewitt, getting back into midfield to regain possession. Willie Miller now going forward. Here's McKimmie. Lofting it across, and Magalhaes has got back into defensive position. Rugby finding Hewitt rather on the left line. He's away from Pinto and he's won the free kick. So now the substitution may well be made. Brian Mitchell is warming up. Ian Angus first of all appeared. And there will also be a change for Porto. Number 7 is Brasco, who's going off. Number 14 coming on. So let's check on this. Aberdeen are not making a change at the moment. And Mickey Walsh, the Republic of Ireland international, waiting to come on to replace Brasco. And this makes the intentions of Jose Maria Pedroso, the Porto manager, perfectly clear. On comes Mickey Walsh. Off goes Brasco, so that means a striker replacing a midfield player. De Beto wins it, half an hour gone now, as you can see, and it's 1-0 to Porto. They've taken off Brasco, the midfield player. They've put on Mickey Walsh to join Gomez up front. So now the Portuguese are going all out for a second goal before full time. Well, I'm sure Aberdeen will have contingency plans to deal with the additional striker. Good header out from Malik McLeish. Forced forward by Pacheco away from Simpson. There's McKimmie now tracking. Ball breaks for Cooper. Good, strong, powerful play out of midfield from Neil Cooper. And the control from Eric Black was good. Playing it wide for Mark McGee. Now can this adventurous quality from Porto open up some gaps at the back? Played away by Eduardo Luiz. Oh, and McKimmie well beaten by Costa. 2 against 2, Costa and Mickey Walsh against McLeish and Miller. Rugby getting back. Still Costa. Delicate chip towards Mickey Walsh. Well, Walsh playing it right against Rugby, and Rugby continues to throw. Well, he badly wanted a throw in. They thought it was deflected by Walsh. And the referee, in fact, seems to agree. Let's just check on that. Good, Rugby's gone down. He appears to have sustained some trouble in his right leg. Is it the right knee, or has he damaged a muscle? Davy Wiley, the Aberdeen physio, has been allowed on. Fernando Gomez, the Porto captain, coming across to suggest that things should be speeded up. Brian Mitchell is on now on the track, waiting to replace perhaps Rugby. Alex Ferguson is out there reorganising the Aberdeen ranks. What change is going to be made? I can't believe it's anyone other than Rugby going off. So indeed, that's the change. Rugby goes off. McKimmie is going to left back, and Brian Mitchell, the 20-year-old fullback, going to right back. The Rugby appears to have sustained some muscle damage. There's Stuart McKimmie. The ball escapes the clutches of Pacheco, finding Mark McGee. And good play from Pacheco, very determined going back. So the minutes now ticking away for Porto. Can Aberdeen hang on? McLeish, the master in the air at the back. Back it goes to Pacheco. Enacio, international fullback for Portugal. Lofting the ball in towards Walsh. He uses power in the air. John Hewitt jumping for that one. Simpson wanted it badly, and he's been penalised, as so often in European football. Well, that must be frustrating for the Aberdeen youngster. He went for the ball quite clearly, but showing the touch to Pinto was enough for referee Igna to give him the free kick. Eduardo Luiz. Well, that's a break for Aberdeen. He missed out. Costa with a forward pass. So Brian Mitchell getting his first touch of the match in this European Cup Winners' Cup semi-final. Remember the scoreline: FC Porto 1, Aberdeen 0. Scorer Fernando Gomez in the 16th minute. We've had 2 superlative saves from Jim Leighton. Some marvellous defending from Aberdeen. And some good play in midfield also. Eric Black has done well up front. Mark McGee has had very few chances to become involved in the play. An Aberdeen player down right in the middle of the field. Here to be caught late after playing away a pass. So here's McKimmie. And on Mark McGee offside. Eric Black is the man who's taken a knock in the far side. He's back on his feet but doesn't look comfortable. But Aberdeen have now committed both substitutes. They've replaced Dougie Bell and Doug Rugby with John Hewitt and Brian Mitchell. So Aberdeen holding on very well indeed. Can they hold this situation to the end and set up another great European night in Pittodrie in 2 weeks' time? Here's Gordon Strachan, finding space on the far side. Neil Cooper. Well, there's no qualms with playing it back. So 10 minutes left for play here in the Da Santa Stadium. Porto, and still that solitary goal from Gomez separating aside. The layoff from McGee was clumsy. McKimmie made a good run forward. And now it's with Pacheco. That's a great pass forward. Set on now for Porto. Gomez lofting it in towards Sosa. Miller challenges. Now that's a great challenge from Simpson on Pacheco. What a battle there was at the edge of the box among the Aberdeen defenders. Neil Simpson doing so well. Here's Mark McGee trying to take on the Portuguese defence single-handed. And forcing Eduardo Luiz to the long pass back, which certainly was not appreciated by the Portuguese fans. Lima Pereira. Eduardo Luiz. Almost every name you mention for Porto is an internationalist. Not that Aberdeen are any slights in that regard. They also have 7 internationalists. Well, they started with 7 anyway. Another change for Porto. Costa goes off, and I must confess that does not fill me with any displeasure because he has been a important threat up front. And the substitute is Vermelhinho. Vermelhinho is another flank forward, replacing Costa. Well, I hope he's not of similar quality because Costa caused a lot of trouble for Porto in that first half particularly. Now with Stuart McKimmie, one of the reasons Alex Ferguson was so happy to sign him for £90,000 is the fact that he could play equally well on the right or left flank, providing additional options in the Pittodrie player pool. I wonder how he thought of things way back in December when he was signed for that substantial fee from Dundee, making his debut against Hibs in the week before Christmas, and now enjoying European football at the highest level. And make no mistake about it, this is the highest level. SC Porto side fit enough to grace any European occasion. Here's Gordon Strachan, trying to surprise De Beto, and he almost made it. That ball clearly was tipping and swerving and bounced awkwardly, and De Beto, the young keeper, took it well. So what a bonus that would have been for Aberdeen if that one had managed to deceive the former youth international goalkeeper, De Beto. There's Gordon Strachan. So this marvellously controlled performance from Aberdeen continuing to hold Porto at bay. Pacheco given little room, but he got it back to Eduardo Luiz. Forward it goes now to Sosa. Vermelhinho on the left flank, getting his first touch to the ball. Playing it forward, crossing opportunity, and Leighton again. What a superb goalkeeper he's proved to be tonight for Aberdeen. Mark McGee got the touch for Eric Black, picked up by Lima Pereira. And Porto being urged on by this 70,000 crowd to try to find a second goal, which would surely give them the edge for the second leg. Still 1-0 to Porto. That early goal in 16 minutes from Fernando Gomez. All that separates the sides. Here's Pinto. Very anxious to use his running power and pace. Alex McLeish rising well to beat Gomez, and this is Brian Mitchell. Strachan. Now McKimmie. He showed endless stamina tonight, Stuart McKimmie. Hewitt has made a valuable contribution for Aberdeen, but being eased out of that by Magalhaes. And now it's with João Pinto, the fullback. Mickey Walsh coming off his marker and using Sosa from the back. On the far side, Vermelhinho. Mitchell not being tipped into a rash challenge, and it's Willie Miller whose challenge was anything but rash, but was totally decisive. Pacheco again, forced to go back this time, using Lima Pereira, the big international centre-back. Lofting it forward, and that head flick from Walsh going harmlessly behind the goal kick with just 5 minutes left for play. 1-0 to Porto, 5 minutes left, and Aberdeen now anxious to see out these closing 5 minutes. They really have shown their tremendous European maturity tonight. Could so easily have been rocked by that early goal from Gomez. Consolidated from there, were inspired by a tremendous save from Leighton shortly after the goal, and from that moment on they've dug in splendidly to the task. Let's hope there are no late slips. Brian Mitchell tackling well, but he had to concede the throw. The match continuing to be played in splendid spirit. Not an ugly moment in the whole game. Dougie Bell was booked in the first half for a body check. Back it comes to Walsh. Driven against McLeish. McLeish is taking a knock. He's on the ground, but it's tracking out possession. Now Mitchell. McLeish is still down at the edge of the box. There you picture. And now there could be trouble for Aberdeen. McLeish, of course, playing everyone onside. And the damage to McLeish will be clearly understood by any man who's played football and blocked a shot from close range. This is what's euphemistically called being winded. Alex McLeish now getting treatment. So just over 3 minutes left. Davy Wiley is on. Alex McLeish has been a pillar of strength in the Aberdeen defence. A vital player to see out these closing moments. The Portuguese players complaining to the referee that the game shouldn't be stopped. And McLeish may not recover all that quickly. That ball was thundered in by Mickey Walsh. He blocked it with the last part of the anatomy that he'd want to block it with. And that's why the referee, Ignat, is being so sympathetic. There's no question of McLeish play acting. Well, he's now back on his feet. So less than 3 minutes left. Can Aberdeen hang on to this solitary goal situation? What a very strange drop ball that was from referee Ignat. Literally giving possession to Porto. Magalhaes. Simpson picks up the loose ball. Tireless in midfield. Just the same as Neil Cooper. There's McKimmie lofting it forward. It was McGee offside. It wasn't John Hewitt, it was Mark McGee when the ball was played. So that brings to an end a promising move from Aberdeen. So Pacheco, 2 minutes left. 1-0 to Porto. And that must be considered a marvellous result that it stays that way for Aberdeen. Pacheco with the short ball back. Well, we have to remember that Porto have never failed to score in any of their European ties this season. They've scored in all 3 away legs. And if they could do that at Pittodrie, then this 1-0 situation could be good enough for them. They've already got through a couple of times on the away goals rule. So stumped forward by Inacio. Look at Miller attacking the ball. The ball was just beyond Mark McGee, otherwise he could have relieved the pressure again on the Aberdeen defence, but back now with Lima Pereira. Over it goes to Gomez. Strachan's tackle wasn't decisive enough, but Simpson's was, and now it's with Gordon Strachan as they go into the last minute of the match. FC Porto 1, Aberdeen 0, less than a minute left for play. There may be a little stoppage time. Brian Mitchell slowing things down, and that'll be a free kick surely for Aberdeen, no allowing the advantage, referee, and that's fair enough. Neil Cooper playing into the far side for Hewitt. Breaks back for McKimmie. And McKimmie's now out of position. Perhaps that was a shade ambitious for the young fullback. Neil Cooper trying to get back. Magaleus on the run. Willie Miller trying to slow him down. And Miller again. A hero in defence for Aberdeen. McLeish and Miller marvellous in central defence. So here's John Hewitt. Now it goes back cross field to Strachan, and it looks now as though Porto are having to settle for what they have in the form of a 1-0 victory. We're now into time either on for stoppages. Lighted forward for Strachan, little head flick, and the referee blows his whistle for time up. The final score is FC Porto 1, Aberdeen 0. Referee Jon Igna brings the match to an end, and make no mistake about it, that is a superb result for Aberdeen, and one which must fill them full of optimism and hope for the return leg in Pittodrie. It's been a great night for Aberdeen. They played superbly against a very good European side. The final score again, FC Porto 1, Aberdeen 0, and back now to Glasgow to Arthur Mossman.
Commentator in Portugal, Jock Brown. Television presentation by the Portuguese television service. So a first half goal by Gomez, setting that tie absolutely on a knife edge. Everything, as Jock says, to play for in the return leg in Aberdeen in a fortnight. Just to recap then the score, Porto 1, Aberdeen 0 in the first leg of the Cup Winners' Cup semi-final. Well, we're going to take a break and a breather here in this European edition of Scotsport, where you rejoin us for the next part of tonight's programme and headed for Tannadice. Dundee United against Roma in the European Cup semi-final.
Graziani looked offside, but he's waving play on. What a great chance this here. Chirico should score, and he misses it. 2 men out in front.